I haven't talked to my friend Natasha in forever. I'm getting my day going. You look good.
You look good. Stop.
First of all, you look amazing. Oh my God, we're matching. I didn't even realize it. That was not planned.
That was not planned. I literally woke up this morning and was like, I'm feeling real life,
Just feeling good. Oh my goodness.
Like, let's go. What's up? I'm so glad to see you smiling and laughing and all the things.
Yes, it has been a rough couple of weeks. It has been, I have gone through fighting with Marco moving out, Marco not wanting to be at his house. He had half the time. And now trying to figure out what is my life now, because even with the boys coming by, when they come by, I really don't, it's not like I'm so used to taking care of people. You know what I mean? So it's just dealing with all of that, just dealing with this new chapter in my life. But you come into this chapter for yourself, but for me, this is new. Yeah.
But the beautiful thing about this is that this is a season, boo. Mm-hmm. It's a season. It's just a season, just like the summer, the winter, the spring, the fall. It's a season.
Yeah.
And you are so used to taking care of everybody else. That's your thing.
Mm-hmm.
You love taking care of people.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a season that you're walking into for you to take care of yourself.
Mm.
And to figure out, what do I want? Because see, when you got them in the house, you ain't got time to focus on what you want.
Mm-hmm. It's focusing on them. Makes
you focusing on them. I did it. When my kids moved out, it was very uncomfortable.
Yeah. How did you feel when they first left?
Hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Questioning myself, did I do something wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Questioning myself, what I could have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have just let them do whatever it is that they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that but no, I should not have.
Mm.
Now that they're gone and the season has passed, I've come to the realization is that I did everything that I was supposed to do.
Literally.
They have to learn boundaries. They have to learn respect.
Mm-hmm.
They have to learn lessons. Life is a lesson.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I definitely felt guilty. Like, okay, should I have been less strict? Should I have been less of this? Should I have been more of that? And maybe that would have been fine, and then are they ready to be on their own just yet? Because I didn't leave my mother's house that early. I mean, I went to school, but as soon as I finished school, I went right back. And I stayed at my mother's house. I was 26, 27 years old. And I bought a place in Southwest, and then that's when I moved, finally. But I was fine, but me and my mother had a different relationship. We didn't really, it wasn't no arguing, wasn't no fuss, and she lived her life, I lived my life. You know what I mean? So we saw each other in the kitchen, but it wasn't, it was some good boundaries there. Yeah, it was never, I couldn't think of one moment we ever argued. And so now it's just so different. And so now it's getting into the world of dating and trying to, navigate what does that look like, and like you said, not taking care of nobody while still recognizing you still got to do something. It's like you don't have to take care of them, but you still got to be there.
But you have to give them elbow room.
Mm-hmm.
You got to let them. How do we learn? We learn through lessons, and lessons is how we get our blessings.
Mm-hmm.
So it's their turn to fall, and when they're a baby, they fall and scrape their knee, and then you say, "Come on, baby, get back up."
Mm-hmm.
You can't protect them
through
the whole journey of life. You're not going to always be there.
Yeah.
So you see these kids that don't know how to maneuver through life because their parents coddled them so much that they don't know how to fill out an application. They don't know how to do nothing.
Mm.
And I look at my kids right now, and I am so. You know what Naomi told me when she left?
What she said?
So I guess you're not confident in what you put in me.
Mm.
Whoa.
Mm.
She said, I don't know why you would think that I wouldn't be good. I don't know why you would think that I wouldn't know how to, pay attention to my surroundings and do the things that you taught me. I've always been listening.
Yeah. What do you think made it hard for you to believe that she would be good?
Because she's my baby.
Yeah. That part. That part.
I wasn't ready to be by myself.
Yes.
Can I just tell the truth?
Yeah.
I was scared.
Yeah.
I've never been by myself. I had my first child at 21. I don't know what it feels like to be alone. And I'm not in a relationship right now, and that's not because I can't be. It's because I've been working on me to be the best version of myself for somebody's son.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I was mothering, I was mothering.
Yeah.
It was about my baby. Wasn't no random Tom Joe coming up in
here. Yeah. Exactly. Your focus is on your babies.
Exactly. And I'm not judging nobody that's what they do, but my kids always knew that I was very attentive to them. You get me?
Yeah.
And so that's how you think. Marco and DJ have been a part of your world.
Yes. Every part of my world. Everywhere I go. Every part.
Everywhere. So right now you a little unbalanced. What am I supposed to do? Now come on, let's talk about prior to them even coming. Okay? Me and you, listen, I
we
don't
know each other for a long time.
But we talk.
Yeah.
Okay? We can talk. So even before then, you was like, do I want to get married? Do I want to have a baby? Do I want to do this? So that battle with what you should be doing in your personal, they made you stop and put that on pause.
True. I did. I put my whole life on pause. And I joyfully did it. I didn't reluctantly do it. I put my life on pause for them because, and I embraced it. It also happened at a key time because it was also during the pandemic. So a lot of things was going on in the world. So it was a great time to focus on someone else and not focus on what's outside in the world. But coincidentally, as that began to kind of come into a landing, it's like, okay, now the world's opening up. They grown-ish, and they need to start embracing the world too, because their world cannot just be 100% your world. And now it's time for you to get back out there, and it's just like, oh God, the idea of getting back out there. I can go on autopilot, just taking care of the house, taking care of this, taking care of that. I can do that easily without thinking twice. I love it, but it can't be all of me. It can't be all of me.
But do you remember before you left, we went to lunch or brunch or whatever?
Yeah.
And we sat and it was still kind of COVID-ish, pandemic-ish,
right?
Yeah, I said, MJ, what are you going to do when the pandemic is over and Marco is ready to go outside and be a 19-year-old in the world? You was like, whoa, you kind of like clenched your pearls. You was like, whoa. You was like, wait a minute.
Too fast. Too fast.
So now we're here. Listen, so again, that season has come. And you're okay. Look what you've done. You've given these boys so many experiences. You've experienced so much with them that they've grown you into a different version of yourself.
I'm a very different person now. Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely. You are now ready for your husband, your family. You ready, baby?
Yeah.
It's a new time. Listen, Marco and DJ aren't going anywhere. And let me just touch on something that I feel. Marco takes up a lot of space, and that's not a bad thing. But I think that it also gives you an opportunity now to build on a different relationship with DJ. Because he's quiet. Kind of stay out the way type of guy. And so now you get to go over to their apartments, spend time with them individually, build bonds individually as adults.
I've thought about that with DJ because he has been so gracious and so supportive he's been, let me say this, he's not been challenging. Because I don't know what was going on in his head the whole time. But in terms of, dealing with Marco, because Marco got diagnosed with anxiety and everything like that. We didn't know what was going on, so him needing to, take medicine for that. And and then just all that comes with that. So you're dealing with somebody who was not always in full control of themselves, and all the difficulty that comes out of that, and me not knowing that was the issue at that point in time, And so and so now you kind of know how to navigate a little bit differently. And DJ just was kind of always there in the background, just like, okay, it's fine. But I know it wasn't always fine for him, because that's a lot. You're kind of sitting in chaos, and you the peaceful one, you the peacemaker, but what about his needs? And, you're right. He just hasn't gotten a lot of my attention in a lot of ways. And it wasn't on purpose. It's just, you're doing the best you can with, and it's just me. It's not like I had a spouse or anything like that. So it's like you're trying to put your energy where you feel like you need to put the most energy at that point in time, and the other one gets neglected. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because I do think this is a good time. I agree. This is definitely a good time to to continue growing my relationship with Marco, but also to really nurture and grow that relationship with DJ. Because I can say, I don't feel like I know him as well as I know Marco. They're both my babies, but I don't know him as well as I know Marco.
And that's also because DJ isn't as like, for me, Naomi and Santana. You gotta remember, like, Naomi is going to tell you, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I want, this is what I ain't having. And Santana would always be like, that's okay, Mom. I'll have that.
That's how DJ
I'll
is.
do that. And now that they're grown, and I like Santana here today with me now, laying down with my baby and having one-on-one conversations about where he is at 25. Yeah. And, letting me know how much I've influenced his walk. Like, you want to be able to, like, Mom, he sent me a text yesterday and it said, Mom, you my number one, like, influence in life. And I needed to hear that. Like, when Marco and DJ get to this space, they're going to be really letting you know how much you put in their life when they with you. Like, you changed their lives. And I do feel like, a lot of people may take things the wrong way when you're saying to them, like, didn't you come with me and I helped you? Like, people may think that you're like trying to like
throw it in their face.
No, baby. I did that.
Yes.
And I need to remind you, if you forgot, this ain't me trying to like one up you or make you feel like you wouldn't have been nothing without me. No, I just want you to know that this was part of what I did because I love you and I care for you.
That's why I was saying it, because I think a lot of people will say, I saw that and I was surprised by that, because sometimes I see the videos before they come out, and so sometimes you can know what to expect and what people want to say. But that was one of the things I will say I was honestly blindsided by. Then I'm like, hold on, I'm wrong for acknowledging what I've done. I'm not throwing in your face and say kiss my feet. It's an obvious moment of disrespect and disagreement, and it's my way of saying, hey, I understand that within the hormones and all the stuff that comes with being 20 years old, you may not see the full perspective, but let me give you the full perspective so that you don't make a decision that compromises the foundation that's before you and that's been laid for you, but also to kind of help you bring things home. Because I know that even for me, as a almost 40-year-old grown man, grown, there are moments where I have to be reminded to have some things put in perspective for me too. Like, well, hold on. Didn't this happen? Didn't that happen? So if I need some perspective from time to time, what makes a 20-year-old? And he never had an issue with me bringing that up. It was the viewers, some of them who had an issue with that. And it's like, I don't know what that triggers in you. Somebody, maybe somebody threw something in your face, but that's not what my intention was.
It is. And I think that is a trigger for a lot of people. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because I know your heart. And I feel like people see you, they know you, but they don't know that you are they do know that you're a very compassionate person. But, there was no malice in that statement. It was just like, hold up, you didn't pick me up from the airport? Let me remind you real quick that I've been here and I'm going to continue to be here. But please don't ever forget. Don't forget. And, we should have a relationship of reciprocity. Yes. It should be us giving and taking from each other as a grown man.
That's what I read. Some of them saying, well, don't do nothing for nobody if you're going to expect something in return. And I'm like, I don't know what version of life you living in, but at the end of the day, all energy is reciprocity. You're not doing it with the expectation, I'm going to do this because I expect something back. But it is doing, you take care of people and help them with the knowledge that I'm here for you, you here for me. It's not transactional, but it definitely is balance. It's balance within that. And I think that that didn't resonate with me, because I'm like, no, I showed up for them. I'm in their corner. And did I expect that means you're going to do everything I want every time? No. But it does mean that there's a certain level of respect and acknowledgement that you expect as a human, but more importantly as a parent, because the reality is this, I even think about like with your babies, when I think about like Naomi and I think about Santana, I think about, there's so many mothers who could have said, listen, my job is just to put a roof over your head and to make sure that you stay from danger. And how much more hands-on you have been as a mother, moving them around the country to get exposed to different things, supporting them through their journeys into becoming the unique individuals that they are, and all that. And that's going above and beyond, as so many mothers and parents don't do. Me taking my babies around the world and giving them opportunities, being there for them, this is going above and beyond what a lot of people will do. And I think that there's nothing wrong with acknowledging, baby, I sacrificed a lot of myself for you, not because you asked, but because I love you. And I do think I deserve some respect within this dynamic.
And that's why when I was reading, I just was like, I just feel like, everybody's in a different place. Mm-hmm. And everybody has a different perspective, and your perspective is yours. And, I respect whoever feels however they feel, but let's put things in perspective. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I don't have people in my life that I can't depend upon.
Oh God, no.
I don't. Mm-mm. I don't have nobody in my life that there is not reciprocity. You may not can be for me the way that I'm for you, but at the same time, we got this thing where we constantly doing this with each other.
Mm-hmm. Show up in the way you can.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I got, you got different types of friends. Some of your friends can show up for you in a financial way. Some of your friends can show up for you just being that friend and text you, say, I love you and I care about you.
Mm-hmm.
So as you said, energy is so important. And I think that, a lot of people they don't get it.
Yeah.
And it's important that your babies get it.
What I had to accept for myself, and this is I knew when I put my life in front of the world that people would have feedback, but my logic is this: some folks ain't raised cat, dog, nor kitten, and they trying to tell you what to do with yours. Let's just call a thing a thing. And some people have raised plenty of kids, but that doesn't validate that you know how to take care of mine, right? And
she's different.
Everybody's different, and we got to do. And I know that through this experience, I've seen areas that I'm proud of myself in, and I've seen some areas like, damn, I need to grow in that area. I've seen that because, parenting triggers you in a lot of ways. But I will say that through this experience, probably the biggest lesson that I at least can recognize in this moment is that I put me on the back burner so much that it gave them permission to put me on the back burner. So a lot of his behavior, yes, I do believe it was disrespectful, but I also think it was a reflection on what I allowed by not making myself a priority. So they say we teach people how to treat us, same with our kids.
Listen, our kids are our number one triggers. Can't nobody on this earth trigger me the way my kids can.
Yes.
My kids and my mother. Nobody else can get to me the way those three people can do.
Yeah.
So I understand that even with what you just said about teaching people how to love you and how to treat you, there were times where I put my kids so far ahead of me that if I said, do this or do that, it's like, I'll get to it. And it's like, no, you'll do that now. And it's because they also knew that there were things that they would do that I wouldn't go back and check on.
Right, exactly.
I'm tired. Because I don't want to argue.
You're exhausted.
Because I'm exhausted. So, again, the change is amazing. The change is amazing, and you don't see it right now. And it's okay. But in a minute, you're going to see how they flourish and how much of you're going to see in them. And how much they're going to acknowledge. Like, thank you, Uncle Malcolm.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for me when I didn't even know I needed you. Like, you hear Marco say, I can do it. Okay. And guess what? You can do it, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely can do it. I'm just afraid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just afraid that you will slip and fall, and I'm not there to wipe you
grab
off.
you. Mm-hmm.
But baby, you don't need to grab him though.
Yeah.
Because the heart is there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's time to focus on MJ. What's next, baby? What's next?
Well, I'm starting to date. I'm starting to get out there and let the people see me. Let the people see me. That's why I'm in the gym. I gotta make sure my girls is right. Okay? I'm going out there giving Natasha Ray energy, okay?
That's the thing. I think that this opportunity of having them has put you in such a different dynamic with yourself.
Yeah, it does. It changed me. It's matured me. It's made me more compassionate. And it makes me see myself more. Because even what's happened over the past couple of weeks with all the challenges, I'm like, nah, I see me different. And it's like, I see the need for boundaries. I see the consequences of not having boundaries. I see me different now. And I wouldn't take none of it back. I know we look back, I wish I'd done this different. I wish I'd done that different. Well, it was what it was. But I feel like I'm a better person now that I've come through the experience. And I feel like I probably pick a partner far better now, for myself than I would have picked prior to becoming a parent.
Because think about this. What if the whole experience of having those babies was for God to teach you how to love yourself? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That you know how to pick that person. Mm-hmm. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, before then, a lot of the things that you have now that have been deposited in you, you didn't have.
Yeah.
So there's so many beautiful takeaways, even through the blow up. There's a many takeaways from that.
Yeah.
Because through that, there are lessons learned. And then there will be blessings earned from all that y'all went through. I see it. Like, I look at the videos and I'm just like, man, they good.
Yeah.
They're good. I've been through worse blow ups than this. They are good. They're good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you and I love you.
Thank you.
And
I love you too.
Call me.
Of course.
I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, baby. Bye.